Welcome, everybody! I'm your host, Skeletor from He-Man. This is the 10th link in Persona podcast. Joining me... Alright, I can't do the whole show. It was like, I thought it was like...
You really think you were going to do that the whole show?
There was not a good cutoff time for that Skeletor voice.
Clearly not a professional voice actor.
I am in all 9 Dynasty Warrior games, if you know that.
LP!
Okay, so yeah, to be legit, yeah, all the other stuff Skeletor said was true, but I'm your host, Spencer, and joining me this week is, as always, and forever will be, until Rocco's Modern Life gets him, Will.
Thanks for that horrible intro.
Well, I was watching a lot of Rocco's Modern Life, and I forgot he was Australian somehow.
Yep.
You forgot?
I know, it's like all the things you forget, like...
Did you catch the April Fool's joke?
No, I didn't. But, oh yeah, and
great.
that person talking about April Fool's jokes is Melissa.
Hi, guys.
And we do not have Lauren, but to make up for it, we have 3 special community people, because I thought it's the 10th episode. We should have died 9 episodes ago, so as a stroke of luck, we invited people who actually, for some reason, wanted to waste 2 hours of their life and talk with us. The very first one I should introduce before his internet cuts him out, the Boku no Pico man himself,
Oh.
Nick. Nick, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good actually. Thank you for
Is that your
choosing me
radio
to be,
jockey voice? Hey! How's it going?
Oh god. Yeah, I try.
Okay, and joining me as well is I'm just trying to think of something good for you.
Just say it.
What are you known for, Netto?
Spencer.
Okay, the
I
man who's known for
insult
Spencer. Man who's known for...
Nah, nothing much. Just college, kendo, and blah blah blah.
Okay, that's your new mantra for all time. College, kendo, blah blah blah. Netto is joining us, and the final community member,
Best one.
the Ash Ketchum Sharingan man,
Ash from Color Town.
is Jose. Jose, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing much better now. Much better now.
At least-
All right.
Much better than Nick, who's actually just cut out of the call.
Yeah, he just went AWOL.
Yeah, Nick's going to be hopping in and out. We'll just be kind of going through. Think of it as random mood swings. You know, you've had a long day of work. You come home, your girlfriend or boyfriend just going through mood swings, just leaving and entering the conversation. I mean, you're really not missing them, but they may leave or enter periodically. So just be prepared for that.
I was thinking something else.
We will.
You're just be that guy who just had a harsh day at work and just kick your cat across the room.
Oh my god.
Animal abuse.
This is why we're the #1 Persona podcast, because we talk about kicking cats.
Ugh.
Okay.
At least we're not kicking dogs.
Well, yeah. I'm not allowed to have dogs anymore.
Will, wink, wink.
Damn you, Dio. Damn you.
Damn you, Dio. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
this is why we are the #1 Persona podcast. I don't know if you guys find out. Somebody actually on NeoGAF recently started making a legit, well, they're about as legit as we are, another Persona podcast out there. Have any of you guys heard about this?
Share them. Are they even any good?
I don't know. I've listened to them for like 10 minutes. I've been too busy.
And how was it?
It's good. It's good. I've like talked to the guy who's running a bit. It's called Social Link FM. You can check them out if you like other people talking who aren't us. I mean, we can't always be pleasing your ear holes, so that makes sense.
Okay, so how about that Persona news?
Yes. Well, before we get into Persona news, we're gonna real quick kind of go through. Everyone knows about Spencer, Melissa, and Will. We're boring. We do things.
Yeah.
Nothing going on. But we're gonna
First,
mix
we have
it up.
to introduce these lovely guys because
I was gonna call.
who are these guys?
I was gonna call them lovely ladies, Melissa.
lovely ladies.
You don't, do not interrupt.
I'm
me.
pretty.
Like they're very pretty. Have you seen?
They're so pretty.
Okay, so we're gonna start.
Who are you guys?
Netto.
What's your story?
Yes. Where do you come from?
Why do you exist?
I exist to torment your life forever.
Oh.
Okay.
But as for me, I am Netto. Let's see. I go to college. I did kendo ever since I was 12. I heard about the podcast through the miracle of Spencer remembering to advertise it on Final Fantasy Union or Kingdom Hearts Union podcast.
Yeah, they don't let me on that Kingdom Hearts show anymore. Not after what I did last time.
But let's see.
Their loss.
I am the only guy who uses you all over and over and over and over again in the Persona 4 Fight Club.
No, that's about everyone else who plays Persona who's not in our Fight Club. It's a good 80% use out there, my man.
Yeah, I main him as well.
Yeah.
Whenever I did
You guys so unoriginal. Pick someone.
Hey, he's pretty simple to use. That's why I use Ragnar the Blood Edge and Blaze Blue.
Yeah. All right. Well, talking about Persona 4 Arena, Nick, you want to tell us a bit of who you are and how you heard about the podcast?
Oh no, he's gone.
He's here.
Oh,
He's here, but he's not here.
Okay. Well, whenever Nick's body joins him, Jose, do you want to tell us, since Nick he's dropping the ball right now?
All right, can do. I'm Jose. I do cosplay, and I heard through the podcast. Well, not through the podcast, but I was just searching randomly on iTunes. I was like, I wonder if they have anything Persona related, and there it is.
You know, you really lucked out. Our only competition before was just a Mexican spiritual podcast. They do not really fill much of a gap. Well, but when you're not cosplaying and whatnot, what else are you doing, I guess?
College, work, video games. Nothing really too interesting at all.
The dream.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick, are you back?
Hope not,
I
at
trust you. No, I can't.
Nope.
All right, Nick is not back. He's dead to us, so we're going to start moving on into news.
Yep.
I'll avenge him.
Okay, there's a reason he has a red name on him. Anyone who plays Persona 4, that you get this. All right, so we're kind of going to go into news, and at the very top, it's not really Persona news, but I know a lot of European people listen to this, and you'll probably find this interesting. Normally, such as games like Persona 4 Arena, coming out in Europe is a total clusterfuck. And NIS America has actually been helping out with that a lot, and a little story went up on Silicon Era recently, sort of talking about how NIS America brings over a lot of Atlas's games and how they're setting up a partnership. And so now, like, for example, I guess the best one is Persona 4 Golden came out 3 months after it did in America for Europe, which is a lot better than how it ever did before. I know none of us aren't Europe, but I think we can kind of it's better than what they've had to wait before. Like, I mean, I think they almost had to wait like a year for Catherine, for example. That's like the one I always remember. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's better.
It wasn't that bad of a wait.
Yeah, well, I mean, not Persona in general. I mean, I guess like for the future, I guess. Like, well, I don't know. Like, what do you think? As like someone who's our main international person, since Lauren isn't here, like, what's your thoughts on NIS America sort of bringing things out?
Well, it's like good, I guess, because I mean, one of the other games that they've been bringing out is Etrian Odyssey, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, and they even, I think they even brought out like Europeans apparently didn't get the Trauma Team games and Radiant Historia for a while, and if NIS America is going to publish them for Atlas, then by all means go ahead and do it. Just don't take 8 months like a certain someone.
or just like Zen United, I think just kind of need to get a little slap on the wrist, face, and butts for what they've done with Persona 4 Arena. Now, Nick, I'm going to do this one last time. Nick, are you back?
Well, I moved into my basement, so I'm assume I'm back.
Okay, that always helps. So we're gonna
introduce yourself.
We're gonna put some brakes on news real quick, and Nick, you just got to tell us what you do and how you heard about the podcast.
All right. Hopefully this actually works, but I'm Silver Tiger 2 on PSN. I play Mitsuru because I love Mitsuru. She's my waifu. The way I heard about the podcast, actually, it's a pretty funny story. Spencer did terrible job on advertisement, but so I didn't really hear about it until I actually got a mic on Boxing Day, which was his dream come true because he could finally hear my voice.
It was everyone's dream come true, actually.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how I got introduced. And ever since then, I've just been a really big fan of you guys.
He was very infamous before for not having a mic, but somehow always coming in.
Yeah, he was just that guy who came to Fight Club and
Yeah,
Who is this guy?
I was just that Slender Man that just came in whenever I saw
You
the
you
lights.
took our children away, whooped us,
Yeah.
and would not say a word.
Exactly. That's pretty much it. I just
I
took
just
all your
remember-
dignity and pride.
Just
Yes.
remember that most of the time everyone's wondering, why the hell does he have a red name? I remember
Yeah,
Spencer
why?
making that the biggest mystery ever.
Oh well, yeah, because it was like, what could this mystery man, this goddess among goddesses, why is this name Red? Was he on the development team? We don't know. He's probably Asian. We were right about that one. There were so many questions and so little answers, but all we knew is that your Mitsuru was too good, unless you're playing against me.
Spencer's just a god in the game.
I am known as having the only custom title of the Princess of Juness as my title on the game.
Yeah, that's like you can't beat that. That's too good.
Okay, well now that we're all introduced until internet problems kick Nick off again, our next little piece of news was we kind of got our first real trailer at the Persona 3 movie, and it was a little bit better than just a guy putting a gun up to his head. But all right, so
Just
Will.
a tiny bit better.
So, all right, yeah. I mean, Will, you know the most about it since you are practically the Australian version of Minato. So you want to kind of describe it to people?
Right. Sorry. No. But basically, they do this weird thing where every full moon they try and put out this little piece of information on the movie, and they hyped it up on Twitter a bit, and then the trailer hit out. And they released more than just 30 seconds of random stuff. They released the cast, the characters and who was going to be voicing them. But everyone was always wondering, what are they going to call the protagonist of Persona 3? And it's not Minato, but it's Makoto Yuki.
Oh God.
He's a squirrel girl this time, right?
No.
He's a squirrel with a name that means snow.
Is it? I bet you.
Yeah. Anyone who hopefully does not know, but that name Makoto is probably one of the most hated anime names of all time.
Oh God.
I thought it was a girl's name, honestly.
What's
I think it's both.
Makoto is it's a unisex name, so so it can be used for both male and female.
Oh man, but the coincidences in the name and in the anime is just too great.
Yes.
I just imagine the same ending.
So
as
explain to
Holidays.
people why it's a hated name in anime.
Oh, just because Makoto is also the name of the protagonist in Schoolgirls, and
Schoolgirls. School
and
days.
he's like school days, and why did I say Schoolgirls? I don't know.
Best
That's
ending
cool,
ever,
but-
though.
Yeah, but
I got a
he
question,
basically,
What's your question?
Well, who's gonna play Igor?
Igor? Oh yeah, that's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
they haven't announced who's going to play Igor, yeah, but in case you guys don't know, the voice actor who played Igor previously has actually passed. So, who knows, they might just, I mean, honestly, he says so many samey lines, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of just use all of his
Copy and
previous
paste
data.
audio.
Yeah.
Well, actually, since we're talking about the anime today, they actually did that for the anime. They just took archived lines from the game and actually put them in the anime.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, it
At
makes
least
sense. Less money and less worrying about grave robbing.
Yeah, so.
Yo, I guess Will. So what was the trailer? I mean, it was basically just another kind of hype up of all what's going on, but it was a little more detailed than before.
Yeah, it actually gave, I think, I gave a release date, the title of the movie, and the footage that we saw was basically what you basically see in the first half hour of the game, before anything actually happens, and
The boring part.
yeah, the boring part before the actual first fight happens, but whatever.
Yeah. And so what was
yeah.
the name of it? Because I was like,
Spring of Birth.
yeah. And so Persona 3 Spring of Birth. Since they're not doing an anime like they did with Persona 4, this will basically be an anime adaptation, but in multiple part movie. So this will be a trilogy.
Yeah, trilogy of movies.
Yeah, so that should be interesting. I mean, there's absolutely no word on international releasing for it, and we'll probably not get it till 2014, knowing the way stuff comes out over here. But what are you gonna do? All right, so I guess moving on to the next bit of news, a big piece of news for people like me, and I don't know about anyone else. Or is anyone else here a big SMT fan at all?
Yes,
Mm,
sir.
Really?
All right, hold on. Who said
Will
yes,
be.
sir?
I am. I
Okay.
did. Blech.
All right, Jose. All right, so Shin Megami Tensei 4 is coming out in North America. The first real, like pure, nothing after it, just Shin Megami Tensei game coming out in America for the first time. Kind of a big deal. What do you think?
Right. I'm really excited for it. This is probably the game that I'm actually going to get a 3DS for. That's how I think about it. Though I kind of wish they would use different models for the monsters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Also
in
kinda
case
hoping-
anyone doesn't know, Shin Megami Tensei is the actually I kind of got an argument today. Like I call it Shin Megami Tensei. Is it like Shin Megami Tensei? Is it like a proper
Tensei.
I think it's
Tensei?
Tensei. Yeah, it's
Tensei.
Tensei, I
Shin
think.
Megami Tensei.
Oh, Tensei.
Yeah, right. So the whole point about it is like this is like the first RPG that started all the way back in the SNES days, and that has basically been like adding on sub-series and leading to Persona. So it's kind of a big deal. But I think the more surprising fact is like is that the game got announced for coming out in summer 2013 in America on 3DS, but it's not even out. Like this is going to be one of Atlus's quicker jobs. Like it's probably going to be about like a 3-month wait, because isn't the rumor at the moment that the release date is like July, mid-July or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like there's
So-
been a couple rumored dates going out, but summer, July would fit kind of perfectly in there. But I mean, I think it's surprising, but I guess the bigger question is, me and Jose are obviously going to soak it up, but are any of you guys interested? Like, Melissa, are you interested in all playing a real SMT game?
Yeah, I'll probably get it on day one.
Oh, alright. Netto, do you have a 3DS?
Yeah, I do. I got it for Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Yeah, good man. That's what. Now, Nick, I know you mainly only play the fight mans, but are you
Yeah,
an RPG fan at all?
I am indeed an RPG fan. As far as SMT goes, I have looked into it, and I am kind of a big fan of the old RPG style of gameplay. So in terms of actually getting a 3DS to get it, I might actually do that.
Because when people Persona is a much more streamlined kind of like RPG in the sense of like it's more mainstream what you might think, but SMT is you are crawling dungeons. It's like first person. It's like if you liked old school RPGs, this is like right up your alley. Although it is going to be extremely hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's all right. Most Shin Megami
Sorry,
Tensei
we need a
games.
challenge, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I love Persona so much in general, because the original Personas gave you such a challenge, and whenever you accomplish it, you kind of felt rewarded with everything around you in general.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, now time for the last big piece of main news. Everyone in Europe, socks flew off, hit the walls, partly enraged, other part of just about goddamn time. But Zen United have gotten off their financial asses, asked Grandma to give them enough money to publish their little game, and Persona 4 Arena is finally coming out in Europe. Goddamn.
Oh my god.
May 10th.
God.
May 10th, what do you get for Persona 4 Arena taking, what was it, over almost 8 months, right, Will?
Yeah.
8 months to come out after its debut. Almost a year compared to Japan. Almost a year.
Because I think it was, what was it? It was supposed to be the end of September, was it?
It's supposed to be the
And then
late August to September, then December, and then who knows when, and then hopefully soon, now May 10th.
Oh man.
Yes.
Which officially today is a month away.
Oh yeah, as of recording this, only a month away for all those people who've just been hating this game. Honestly, I don't know, but until we get to the details about it, just some little details. It has a pre-order CD like all the other regions got. The only difference this time is it has a little alternate Risei cover, which actually looks kind of cute. I like it a little more than the Grudge one.
Isn't it a vinyl?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
the vinyl actually comes if you pre-order at Game, which is basically Europe's version of GameStop. You get a 12-inch gold-looking vinyl, which is really sweet, and I think Lauren is actually, getting, I know she's getting a copy, but who knows if she's getting a, vinyl. Hopefully she'll be able to. But, and the other thing you get, yes, after 8 months of waiting, what other bonus would you get from a quality company such as Zen United? Digital
Stickers?
bonus fan pack. No, it's not even gonna get stickers. I can at least touch. Stickers I can at least scratch and sniff.
Oh god.
But yeah.
What do you get, like icons or wallpapers or
It's
something?
basically, you know when you go to most video game websites and they have a special section with wallpapers, banners, and avatars for MSN chat? It's that,
Yep.
but for buying a game.
Ooh.
Did
And
they do that for Persona 4 Golden?
yes, and all those are already
Yes.
free though.
Yeah,
no.
you could always find those online in the first place before the game came out.
And I mean, the ones that they're giving away are already still online, so I don't know what kind of bonus they're thinking this is. I mean, it's
Well,
it's whatever.
I
They
can't-
Whatever.
weren't thinking. They weren't thinking.
yeah,
man.
well, I can see as to why the Europe fans will be mad because of the bonus that they get after waiting for so long, but I don't see why that should stop them from actually picking up the game in general.
Oh well, hopefully it doesn't.
Exactly, because we need more players online because
Yeah.
it's not exactly dead, but we just need more fun.
So
It's
that
yeah, I guess
does that
it's doing well though.
does that mean I can return my American PS3 now?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Your penny.
Oh, yeah.
Phil has bought an American PS3 and an American version, almost like a $400 investment for one video game. Will, do you feel any regret now?
Not really, because after I took it back home, I was able to download Persona 3 Fez from PSN.
That's good.
So I'm happy about
Well,
that.
then don't worry about it. You're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
And
I did the same for the
Yeah.
Vita.
yeah, and if anything like this, if any shit like this happens again, I'll be covered.
Yeah.
Exactly, pretty much.
Okay.
Well,
Even though
good.
it won't happen, even though it probably won't happen since the PS4 is probably going to come out, late this year. So
Well, who knows? It could still be region locked and something stupid like that.
Yeah.
All right, and so yeah, Persona 4 Arena finally coming out. I think we should have some sort of online Fight Club special blowout day when that comes out, and it'll be like how we normally do Fight Club. It will just be P4A Fight Club edition or whatever. This one
Also unrelated. I know we were trying to pick a different date for the Fight Club. Did we figure that out yet?
No. Yeah, if you're part of our Facebook group, I'll kind of talk about this in the end. I was saying,
Okay.
yeah, people were working on changing Fight Club dates because we keep getting new members. New members have different dates. Not everyone is free on.
I tried to do a poll about it, but
Well-
I don't know if it's.
Well, we'll
you know.
get there. No, not a big worry. But yeah, we'll talk more about that at the end. And so, kind of the last little bit of news is Persona 2 is out as a PS1 classic, so you can play that. It's $10 if you. It's nowhere near as good as the PSP version, but we are never, ever, ever getting that unless it's a hack. And so yeah, buy that if you want. It's not the worst translation like Persona 1 where they change races, but it's not the best.
Just it's horror bad, okay? That's all we gotta say.
Yeah.
Horror bad.
And
it can only get bigger.
yeah, pretty much.
Of course.
And the last
It's
little,
getting bigger.
and the last little announcement is Shin Megami Tensei Soul Hackers is coming out next week for America. So by the time you're hearing this, it'll be North America is getting it on the 3DS April 16th, and it comes with a little CD like all of Atlas's stuff. So pick that up. That's also if no one's ever played in a Shin Megami Tensei game before, that Soul Hackers is a really good stepping stone from. It's harder than Persona is, but it's closer to what Shin Megami Tensei plays like. If anyone, I don't know, Jose, do you know, would you agree? Have you played Soul Hackers at all?
I have not, but I'm pretty stoked for it.
I don't blame you. It's only been out in Japan, so it's a bit of a hard one to play before release.
And wasn't it out on the Saturn though?
Yes,
Yeah.
but that was only in Japan as well.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it kind of like a Strange Journey?
Yes, it's made by the team who did Strange Journey as well. So yeah, if you are familiar with any of those, but that is our news section, and now we can go into this show is going to be a little bit different, obviously you can tell with the much larger cast. We're basically just going to the whole show is going to be wrapped around one evoker, so no questions, but just all of us talking about the Persona 4 anime. So this will be all spoilery talk, so we can talk about. Wait for it. Cover your ears if you haven't seen it. Oh my God, Nanako died. What? Why did you do this to us?
There was someone on the
Why?
Facebook group who was like, Nanako died.
That
And I'm
made
like,
my
what?
day.
Wait, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I just saw this. There's a giant sad face like Nanako died. No spoiler warning at all. And then in the comments, oh, never mind, she's back.
Oh god.
I think that happened. That's exactly how it happened in the game and the anime.
Oh, it is, because like when you're watching it or like playing it, like whether you're however you're experiencing it the first time, when Nanako dies, it's just like, no, you're the one constant I had in my life.
You're what life is worth living for.
You're the only reason why I played the game.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna, before we kind of start divulging into all of our thoughts and whatnot, we'll all kind of just go down the rows, starting with Nick. So, what did you think of the show? Give us like your little summary of likes and dislikes, real quick.
I liked it mainly because it did have some aspects of Persona 4 put into it. Being Persona 4, one of the early games I played for Persona, I found it pretty enjoyable to watch and funny at that. The only thing I disliked about it is that I felt like it was rushed. They had a lot of important events in the anime in general from the game, but I kind of felt like it was rushed in general. Like everything was good, but in the end, it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Netto, what about you?
As for me, I remember the first day that actually got announced, and I said I'm so psyched for it. But I was sort of wondering why didn't they do 3? But
Well, that's all the
mostly-
fanboys out there who think 3 is better than 4 just because that's what they played first.
I'm guilty of that. But I'm just saying I like 3's story better. But
I don't know.
I do
there are
lo-
people
I do
who
love
legitimately like 3 better.
Yeah,
though.
I like
for
3
many
better.
reasons.
I
Same
right
like
here.
3 better.
I still love 4. I still love it to death.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But the thing which I love at the anime, they actually gave the protagonist somewhat of a personality. He's not like a
Yes.
copy and paste dude.
He was like a swag master.
Yeah, and the best part about you in the show is the fact that it's not like they gave him a big personality like they've done sometimes, but he is a silent protagonist who talks. Like, it's his inner monologue. It's not you talking as you. It gets a bit weird, like, describing him like this. But it's like the fact that he just has one-liners. He's just a one-line spewing machine. Like, he'll never go on these long, like, diatribes, except for a couple of times.
Yeah, like at the
Yeah.
end, he does go on like a longer lines. But-
The beauty pageant contest.
Actually, there was
yeah.
I was gonna say there was one line where he's like I'm only going to say this once.
But his swag meter was on, so it took him like, I don't know, 5 seconds to say all the
30
words in 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But and I mean, I don't know. So like most of his lines, like especially in the beginning, like half of the show, are just like drop dead hilarious stuff. It's like, how else would we have learned the main protagonist, Persona 4, is a leg fetish kind of guy? But so Melissa, you just recently finished it. So what did you think?
Hey, but I wasn't finished yet.
Oh, sorry, Netto. You keep
the
going.
boy finished.
Get out of here.
Yeah, but basically, my favorite part where they actually showed that he has somewhat of personality, but not that much, is that you remember that one time Yukiko and Chie kicked Yosuke and him off the cliff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just Yosuke's
He's
going
just-
and basically Yu's just going like
Straight face.
just like
Nope.
there.
That was
Great
the face.
face.
That was the face of some guy who said, "You know what? As much as this hurts, this was so worth seeing him in those swimsuits."
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
man.
that's why I love you as a character.
You love me?
All right, all
was-
right.
that
I
was
already told you,
very
Spencer.
awkward.
I already told you I loved you. No
That
homo.
was-
Okay,
awkward.
okay, Melissa. Before we get into any more deep confession territory, what did you think?
What did I think? I definitely thought it was good. Not perfect though, because as others have said, yes, it's rushed. But I did like how he used a bunch of different personas, mainly one for each arcana. It was good that they actually gave some attention to the social link characters. What else?
No
I
Mara.
certainly hate that they happened to
No
Yumi
Mara,
anyway.
What happened to Yumi? Oh, they used that little girl character instead.
Yeah,
Remember?
I'm just saying, like, I just wish they made at least an attempt to put her into the show as a character, not just that
Yeah,
one,
too bad.
not that one cameo. It's just, what is this? When
I'm
Cho's
so
making that,
sad, Mike. I have no self-esteem. Please help me.
Oh, so you mean every girl ever in Persona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I thought
Yeah.
it was funny at the end where what's her face, the moon chick.
I
Yeah, I think it was I. Was it I?
yeah, I think it was I.
She was like best friends with Chie, and I was like, what the heck? Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was just
the
out of
Catherine,
nowhere.
the Catherine of Persona.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
she
yeah.
is.
Uh,
Except toned down a lot.
Oh yeah.
No, which
But yeah.
Catherine? K or C?
Oh, C. C for sure.
See.
C.
I'll see.
Yeah.
C.
I don't know. I thought the animation was pretty good. It's kind of choppy towards the end.
Well,
Oh,
Lisa,
I just
I'd like
remembered
to see you
something.
do better.
I just remember
Shut
something. One thing that the anime did better than the game was that they actually told everyone this. Why they hated that they didn't put this in Golden is that one delivery girl from the
Oh,
Beef
that
place.
deliver girl?
Aya?
Yeah, if you watch
Yeah.
the
Aya.
dub, her voice is so boring.
No,
What the
that's
heck?
the
No.
point. That's the point.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be the most monotone girl ever. Like,
Yeah,
you're just
she's
waiting for
supposed
her to
to,
be weird, but she's just like, hi, got your food.
she's
Alright, here's your order. I work
She's
here
what-
too.
She's what you
Yeah.
would have been if he wasn't given all the one-liners. That's
Same
what
you.
you would have been like.
Yeah, but I actually liked her because, like, literally that humorous scene where Kanji's literally chasing the investigation team and basically says, hey, here's the food. It says, just
Yeah,
leave wherever.
here's your-
And then it says, what the hell?
Otherwise known as that one scene in Game Grumps where they used Persona footage and everyone freaked out.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Will, what about you? What did you think about the show?
Well, it was good because I mean, I was one of those people who watched it as it was coming out in Japan, and it was like it was very. I was more interested in how they translated the game to an anime because some of them don't do that well.
No,
Mhm.
not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But when I was watching them, like, yeah, this is still not good. Still not good. Oh, this is good. This is
This
really
is
good.
good. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
counts
but,
as Trinity Souls.
So anything you really didn't like about it
We
at
do
all?
not speak of that.
If something to say I didn't like, I don't know. Not that much to say about in terms of bad. I mean, it's not the best anime I've seen, but it's one of the better ones that have come from a video game.
Especially recently, because I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of anime that has come out recently is just fan service, fan service, fan service, and it's just like,
Well, that's like 70% of anime anyway these
yes,
days.
but it's like a lot of them just need to like remember, hey, even though a lot of these old shows have stupid premises or crazy premises, you remember the story. No one ever remembers Digimon for the fact that like Mimi was cute, except that one creepy guy we don't talk to, and there's a reason we don't talk to that creepy guy.
I just love Digimon. I'm actually shocked Pokemon actually beat them.
Oh,
Like,
I'm not. They had to-
because
they
they're
had to-
actually coming out with stuff all over the world, unlike Digimon.
Well, yeah, and also
just
they
say-
don't have the power of Nintendo money fueling them.
Duh.
Yeah.
True. But back then I didn't know that. But I'm just saying, like, I was just shocked that they actually beat them because, like, literally Digimon, they saved the internet and the world multiple times.
And had Smash Mouth playing the whole time. No
Oh my
thanks.
God.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Jose, what about you? What did you think of the show?
I think it was pretty good actually, but I hear people saying, "Oh, I'm gonna watch the Persona 4 anime first." I'm like, I feel like you should play the game first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I couldn't
because,
finish
um,
the anime right
Well,
when it
almost-
aired because I hadn't finished the game yet. So it's good that I actually finished it now. You know.
You get more out
Yeah.
of it. You really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think it's. Would you call it a decent substitution or?
Oh, I would definitely call it
Oh.
a piece of, like if someone like I've actually told many people because as awesome as Persona is, there are some people who just like either whether they just not like playing video games and like anime, which there are a lot
If
of
you don't like grinding or playing video games, the anime is a good substitution. But if you want to get the full experience, play the game.
Yes. Play the game
Yep.
indeed.
exactly.
Yeah, that's what I said in my anime club, actually.
Hmm.
Like, a lot of people were just questioning, what the hell are you playing on your Vita? It says, it's Persona 4 Golden. And basically, a
How
lot of people
dare
don't-
they?
they didn't know what it was.
Hey, if it's
Shame on
in
them.
most anime clubs, from what I've realized, like growing up, if it's not a DS with Pokemon in it, it might as well be nothing to them.
Exactly.
True, but I actually got
Exactly.
him to see anime. I got him to see the anime because we have a PS3 in the club room. and I just signed into my Hulu account and let them watch the first couple episodes, and they were actually interested in it. Not the game, just the anime, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not
like-
sure what's wrong with them.
No,
Well, I
it's a
guess, like-
start.
Yeah,
At least they got the hangout with Teddy.
it's true.
Yes.
This one girl actually got so into the anime that she actually bought a plushie of Teddy.
I'm
that's
sorry, but I
very
can't think of
cute.
Teddy anymore without that image. That I don't know who put it up, but whoever put it up on the Facebook group, God bless you. That picture of just like, Chia, just like, guys, what if we gave hand jobs to the
Oh my
Ew.
god.
I remember that. How
Teddy's
could
face
you?
is the best.
Oh.
A hand. What?
Nah,
Funny.
but Teddy just had this biggest smile in his face right there.
Yeah.
It's just really weird.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so before we get hung up on Teddy handjobs, so Jose, what else did you think about the show?
I would say it was pretty cool having basically someone else making the decisions for me and just chilling out and be like, yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel the
But-
same way about some.
Other than like anything being good, I haven't seen anything bad about it.
Well, I mean, there was one bad thing about it,
What?
is that you don't get to see the alternate scenes from the Kings game. I was
Oh.
somewhere that like we could have seen like Yosuke and you playing like chicken, or like him and Kanji messing around in the black
Yeah.
room. That would have been much.
Forgot about that.
But then we wouldn't get to hear you say, "But I'm the king."
Oh, exactly. and
I am.
in his also swag voice.
Exactly.
Swag voice.
Okay, so I guess
Especially Johnny Young Bosch.
oh yeah, Johnny and Vosh, way to get back to me. Still trying to get a hold of, what was he, the White Ranger? I always forget.
I think he was the Black
He-
Ranger.
Yeah,
he was-
Black.
he was-
Hooray! I remember you.
Don't count on it now. He's super busy. He's like on tour or something.
I know he was actually in town recently. Like he was at a convention, like places. Like someone girl at my work, like for real, like Salt was hanging out with him and stuff. It was like, Johnny and Vosh, sort it out, man. Can't be hanging around Kansas like this all the time. But yeah, so I guess
But yeah, what did you guys think of how they portrayed Adachi with a different voice in the anime?
well, you mean like in the, because they changed his voice like halfway through.
Yeah, I think it's.
That
Wait, was it halfway through or was it the whole show?
No, in Collection 2, his voice is a different actor. Like him and Adachi, Adachi and Kanji have different voice actors in the second half of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And this
I
is
thought it was
Oh.
really weird. In the other half, it was like, "Hey guys."
yeah, it's a lot more nasally. It's just like
Yeah.
Adachi.
Adachi.
I was
Was it-
Yeah.
It says shut up, Adachi.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But it was interesting. I thought it was the Adachi one. I actually didn't notice too much, but I think and we've talked
Towards
a
the
bit.
end,
Well, the ending
when,
gets better because he's
his last
turning into a bad
episodes,
guy.
that was fine.
Well, yeah, the last
Exactly.
one's turning into more of a bad guy, but like for oh my gosh, what? How am I forgetting? Yeah, so Kanji's voice actor is like, I thought he was a perfect substitute because I honestly like I wouldn't have noticed until like somebody told me. I don't know about you guys.
Well,
Exactly. Yeah.
I did notice because you guys told me, but after a while, I didn't notice it anymore. You know?
It just faded.
Yeah, it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
but so yeah, sort of wrap.
Oh yeah. And Naoto's voice was different too.
No,
Oh yeah,
it was the same voice actor though.
No, it
yeah, but it
wasn't.
sounded a lot more manlier.
I think
Wait.
that was just the voice actors because
Really? I thought it was different.
because she's listed
Let me
as the
look it
same
up.
voice actress.
Are you sure?
Yeah, all right. You look
the
it up.
voice
You
act-
look it up, and I'll say like what I thought about the show. I actually had a weird like I used to be like Will, and I started watching like on a weekly basis for the first like 4 weeks, but I was like so impressed by like the quality of it and like the overall like show by itself. I was like, this is so good. I like want them because I like the American voices much better than the Japanese voices. I wanted to wait for the American one to come out to finish it just because I thought it was that much better. And I totally was not disappointed by the American one at all. So big props to like Sentai Works and stuff for putting that out. But like as a show, it totally works. But I think it works like in both ways. And all the complaints I hear about it, it works for people who've never seen it as an anime. It's pretty good. It's got some plot holes, but that's just you'll get that in like almost anything. But if you play the game, it's like a perfect sort of substitute. It's like the best kind of comparison to the feeling I get reading it. I mean, watching it. it's like whenever I played Kingdom Hearts growing up, and I loved it, and then the Kingdom Hearts manga came out, yeah, I knew everything about it, but like just kind of re-experience it, but like in a new personality, like in different actors, and like the way like it was the same events but occurring in different ways, I thought was really interesting, and that's what kind of sucked me into it the most.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, yeah, you talking. That's enough said.
Yeah, that's.
So Melissa, what did you find out?
I'm getting a whole bunch of things, but it looks like go back again. Looks like someone else did their voice in the anime. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn did it in the anime, and someone else. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it wasn't credited. Her voice was not credited in the
Yeah,
game,
her voice
so.
was not credited in the game, but someone else did her voice in the anime, and I could tell like right away.
Confusingness, but
Well, I know that voice anyway. It's the voice of the main.
Yeah, of course, from
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell.
it's
Yeah.
what's that voice actually? She's an amazing voice.
Oh, she is, but I just didn't think it was as good as the game.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, Naoto as a character is the most flawed in the whole show because
Sure.
you get the least amount of time with her.
It was just a little bit too mature, you know? I mean, I understand that Naoto has just a very mature mindset, but it just didn't do it for me like it did in the game. Yeah.
Yeah. What was we actually got a Twitter thing about this. Mr. Chuck Teasy, otherwise known as Chuck Examile, said same thing. He was saying the voice actors for Naoto seemed different than was in the anime as well as in Golden. So yeah, it was just a lot more deeper.
Yeah.
I honestly, I never noticed anything at all personally, and I thought it was fine. I think just my general complaint of I didn't get enough time with her was my big complaint, and nothing else really stood out.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I don't know. Did anyone else have any like voice acting complaints? I don't mainly have like just praise for all the voice acting. I thought it was all pretty solid.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
same.
I'd praise Chie's voice because it actually sounded better than the game for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think
Um,
that's because you get more. Although I guess that all depends. I pretty much ignore Chia in the game.
Aw.
You're
I'm gonna.
yourself.
Well, you haven't finished it yet, have you?
Well, no, I have, but it's like what my playthrough was. I wanted to be romantically involved with Naoto, and so my whole game was like I spent 80% of the game just like bromancing it up with Yosuke the whole time. It'd be like, you want to hang out with the girl? I'm like, nah, I'll go see a movie with my bro. But no, I don't know. So I guess that would be kind of interesting. Like, what was everyone? Did anyone have like a favorite like moment through the show, or like one that stood out to you guys the most?
Honestly, I have to say all the references that were made in the show themselves, like the Persona 3 references, and especially the Catherine reference.
Yeah, when you have a girlfriend just calling you.
Exactly, and then the Catherine game over tone comes up, and then you just looks at his phone and he's devastated, and he just excuses himself from the classroom. I found that that scene hilarious to watch. I loved it.
All right, what about you, Melissa? What was like one of your favorite moments of the show?
Probably either the King's game or the festival with the beauty pageant thing.
I think like that one works a lot. Like not the King's game the most. I was actually thinking King's game would be my favorite, but I think the show actually works the best when it kind of breaks the fourth wall and like takes a look back at like you as a character, and it's just like,
Yes.
man, no human being would ever act like this, and it's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how it's
like-
just like it goes back and it's like I don't remember any of this.
Yeah,
I mean, it just
exactly.
says he's a human being, and
But it's
you
like
know.
it's like because when you're playing Persona, it feels like you're living a mundane life of like any teenager. But when you look back at
Sure.
it, it's like, you know what? I can't think of the last time when I was just out and about doing different day jobs, picking up dates, asking foxes at shrines for requests. I got a weird ass life.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Jose? Though, what was a standout moment for you in the show?
I think it was one of the episodes where he was doing all the social links, and he walks down the stairs, and Nanika goes, "What are you doing?" And he's wearing like awesome fishing gear.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He basically looks like a
yeah.
fisherman and a SWAT officer had a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explosive fishing set.
Oh,
And there's
Yeah.
just like pictures on the internet that says, I'm here to pick up bitches, and just wearing the fishing gear.
BRB.
Those are total. That one's actually my favorite episode as well. I was wondering if anyone else gonna, just for the fact that I love that those double episodes. Like it's basically in case when it's the one that's basically at the middle point between season 1 and 2, where you get to see a day in the life of you from Nanako's perspective, who's like basically stalking him, and Yu's perspective.
Oh, is that the detective
that was-
one?
Yes, the
Yes.
magical detective. What was her?
Girl Nanako.
Well, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
what was the detective?
Loveline.
Yeah, Detective
Love
Loveline.
line.
And the
Oh yeah.
Loveline was hilarious, but the thing that made that episode, like, every time I would always bust out laughing was whenever the her magical wand would start talking and be like, "Stop! Or
Yeah.
I'll bust a cap in you."
Yeah.
That's a toy for children? Jeez.
Yes, of course. Oh my gosh. What about? Oh gosh. Will, did I already do you? No, I haven't done you.
No.
I
I
haven't done you.
was gonna say, you just spoiled one of my favorite moments in the anime there with the Nanako investigation, because I'm watching, I'm like, wow, this is actually hilarious, because then you see her going out to all of Yu's friends and be like, oh, he's hanging out with some chick, and he's like, and then they're like, yeah, wait, he's hanging out with a different chick, wait. And then the girl
This
sees
guy is a player.
yeah, and the girls for him, and he's like, he's hanging out with a 100-year-old woman. What the hell?
The thing
Yeah.
that sums it up the best is at the festival, like the school festival, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I met this fortune teller lady. She was telling me about you. She said you were a
A
man
man?
whore."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
later,
man.
he's like, bro, big bro, Teddy, are you guys horny?
And then it's like, ah.
Persona.
then-
Extreme
Yeah.
Don't grow up so fast.
Gosh.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so last but not least, Netto, what was your favorite moment then?
Well, actually, for me, I love all the small humorous moments that there were. You know, like on the Group Date Cafe, where they had that little, that little weird moment between Yosuke and you. Just staring
That
off his face.
awkward silence of just the two of them looking at each other, and it's like,
Yeah.
so who do you really want to be
no.
with? I just like always imagining like Careless Whisper be playing.
This- oh god.
Just see those two, like, because, like, oh yeah, I saw a video of that. It was someone, like, put the music up. In case anyone doesn't know, Careless Whisper is that one sax song that nobody knows the name of, but always knows, like, the sound of. It's like,
Oh, that.
Oh,
yeah, that's
I
that moment.
actually do know the name of that song because my
George
mom,
Michael.
Oh,
Mhm.
George
Michael,
Michael,
right?
my
Yeah,
God.
Oh,
George
that's
Michael.
like a YouTube video or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that one was ridiculous, but I think
But also I gotta agree with the little in between episodes, the Nanako girl magical girl Nanako and the Dead Life of Yu Narukami. But the only thing which I keep on wondering is, how the hell does this guy keep on maxing out social links in less than a week when it takes us months?
Yeah.
he turned the
It
cheat
seems like
code
he's a
on.
little bit OP.
No, he
It's
turned the
his
cheat
swag
code on
meter.
of max swag.
Now they
I call
updated
hacks.
his swag meter. He updated his swag meter from the game. That's what happened.
Yes.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
Started
only
off
one
with
Did you see
eye
that?
bag.
It had all
I've only one-
the eye catches.
Oh yeah.
I've only one thing to say. Damn you, Featherman.
Yes.
Oh god.
I think actually that reminds me, like, one last, like, major thing that always stand out. I gotta say, like, he's one of my favorite characters, like, in the whole series of Persona, like, not the whole series, but the whole game of Persona 4. Kanji, like, any interaction with him is hilarious. I think the anime actually is, like, better written than the game itself. With, like, some of the weird situations, like, such as the, like, spending the night at the Amagi Inn. Like the whole, like that whole like scenario with Yosuke and Kanji like sneaking in with all the girls was hilarious.
Oh, but I just like the ping pong scene better. Like just before, they're just saying,
Yes.
yeah, that just sounds so wrong. And then it says, oh, and then they just do extreme ping pong.
Persona.
Yes.
I'll show you how straight I am. I'm just gonna jump into bed with these girls. You know, also that brings up one last thing. Why was it that the teacher, the creepy MILF teacher, and the ugly fat chick, like, why are they friends? That makes no
Yeah,
sense.
it's never expanded.
Because
Oh yeah,
Because
that's remind me of something. This is something which I actually found hilarious because I actually saw this in a YouTube comment when I was checking out this one video, and basically it was like you in the daycare center with with the Fetterman fight. It says, "Hey, does anyone notice that guy, that little kid who's fighting with the Yuta? What was his name? Whatever." But it was like that kid is actually Morioka's kid. That was a theory, which I said.
Wait, what kid?
There was a kid, the kid with the Neo Fetterman.
Yeah. Whose kid was he?
King Wan's kid.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. You're right.
Yeah, and I was just shocked about that. And just saying,
That's just
no
a theory,
way.
though.
No, it was. That was his kid.
Oh,
That
God.
was his kid?
I think I'd read something recently there was one of those little Bioworks or something they always have come out little weird facts of things he had a illegitimate kid and that was him.
Oh my
Jesus.
God, I hated that kid. No wonder.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that which makes so much sense, just kind of by looking at it. But I thought that was hilarious, and I mean, just the fact that what could be more hilarious than King Moron having sex? That just
that just boggles my mind.
That's just
I'd rather
My
be in
brain.
a river.
Hey man, Japanese hentai, everything's possible.
Oh, all right. I'm saying this right now. There better not be any King Moron hentai out there at all, and if anyone
I'm sure there is.
if anyone can prove me wrong, you will be the member of the month on the Facebook group. So
Rule 34, man.
Oh god.
We got a member of the month
34.
now?
oh my god, I can just imagine him in those teeth.
Remember,
ugh.
Spencer. Remember the rule of 34.
I know, but dude, there's the rule of 34, and then there's King Moron standing there all gawky with his. No rule 34. But oh my gosh! All right, so I guess we can. Actually, I'm gonna throw this in on the Facebook group. Norin Soli. Sorry if I mess it up, but we have odd fans with odd names. Netto, I'm looking at you. They wanted to know. I'd like to. They wanted to know. I'd like to know what you all thought about how the anime handled the "quote-unquote" true ending. We will not be avoiding spoilers, so you can listen to this when you're ready. So yeah, I guess so. Who wants to kind of start by talking about the true ending? And the true ending, in case anyone was wondering, there's a little bit longer than a normal episode that came out. Is the very last episode in the series that sort of wrapped everything up.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it was released I think.
It was a couple months after the show ended.
Yeah. 3 months after the show ended, and I'm like, because when I watched the anime end episode 25, I'm like, there's no way that it ended like this.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't have ended like this.
Exactly. Well, and also, I mean, I don't know, because obviously I wasn't paying attention with it week by week at that point, but it did end on a trailer, saying the true ending is coming later on.
Oh yes, something like that,
Yeah, it was
but-
months and months.
Oh no, it was only a 4-month. It was the show ended in May, and then next August, the OVA for it came out.
Yeah. But then when that came out, it was it was
It
weird
was
because
even after Golden, too, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
after Golden in Japan.
yeah, because it opened up with a scene with a fight scene with Margaret,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and I'm thinking, oh god, I remember this fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Remember
if
this?
you want to play Persona 4, Margaret, that goddamn fight. Talking about
man.
OP like a boss.
oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Yeah, at least you can use your teammates. At least.
Hey.
It's no
Well-
Elizabeth fight.
Well, I will say it's not Elizabeth where she bounces back again back at you.
Yeah.
Seems pretty legit, but I guess what did you guys all think? Because that's what probably the weirdest episode in the whole series, just for plot point. Because that one just throws so much in your face, all out of nowhere. Because it's basically just one episode, kind of explaining everything. Because even after spoiler alert, I have to say that twice, but when you find out Adachi was the one behind the murders originally, but it doesn't explain how he got the powers, how you got the powers, and I mean you as in literally you. It a lot of things, and then this kind of just tries to explain it on what was the Netto? What was the name of the lady who started it all? The god.
Izunami.
Yeah, Izunami was the one who started, and she started it by giving, what was it? She touched
She gave it to Adachi and the one.
And then
Yeah, I forgot-
Namatame.
Yeah,
Namatame.
So Adachi, Namatame, and
Mm-hmm.
And then
you
I
have
touch
all
your
been touched.
hand?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that creepy
Ooh.
moment when somebody touches your hand, that wasn't just like gas station sickness. Although seriously, kids, Sonic says when a stranger wants to touch you, you say, "Hey,
That's
this
no
is my
good.
body." That's no good. I'm just gonna insert that. I'm just gonna insert that like at a
Oh my
middling
God.
point, just like Sonic says, but for Persona bodies.
Now who wants chili dogs?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so basically she was the one who caused all the craziness and TV hand jobs and all whatnot.
TV hand job.
Alrighty.
Oh jeez.
Yep, I guess
love
does anyone have
Sonic
anything really
Hedgehog.
to say about the episode? I mean, besides the fact it was pretty convoluted, it did have like some of the coolest fights though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I actually like it how you actually seems like an actual character at that point. You know, like there's this one guy on either the podcast or some sort of forum. The podcast forum thing is that they actually make you develop as a character. You see his background where he's actually was alone before all of this, and he actually you see his shadow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You know.
through the TVs.
It's
Oh
just,
yeah, in that last episode they showed
I'm
his
not
shadow.
alone anymore. Boo! Persona
That
power.
was pretty cool. Something they didn't do in the game, actually.
Yeah, that's actually like, the true ending. Like, is kind of like complicated as it got. I thought it did do like the. I almost wish like they'd actually kind of had it like that much development for you like throughout the whole show. But I mean that would have really changed like the whole tone of everything. And having him silly, I think, was a better move. But it was interesting throwing it in at the end, but could be confusing.
Yeah, it's just that some people explain it like, hey, look, he's this lonely kid originally, but now he's like some sort of goofy, some protagonist guy. He actually had a past, and he's going to have a future.
His
You just
his
control him for that one
backstory
year.
actually was very like similar to Yosuke to me, which I think is kind of like why you are supposed to bond with him like you do.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like-
boxing fight at the end.
Yes, the Rocky 3 freeze frame ending. Oh
Okay.
gosh, but
Although because when I was watching that, there was a moment in there where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did not hit skip backwards. I'm pretty sure I did not press that button because the whole deja vu thing where it just does a time loop.
basically,
on it.
Yeah, that.
Persona's version
Yeah.
of Groundhog Day starring Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I didn't accidentally press that button.
Yeah,
on
that
my
was
PS3
weird too. I
controller.
was like, what's going on?
Yeah,
What?
same.
I mean,
I had
I'm
like
pretty
the
sure I've
biggest
seen this
mind-blowing
before.
experience.
It was
But
the
that's-
closest to Personaception as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Spencer, I got one question for you, though.
Yes,
What did you think about the English version where Yosuke actually calls you bro?
I thought that made my day.
Yeah, me too, but I just found it... I like him to say bro because it sounds more natural instead of partner.
Yeah, when
Because,
they kind of, I didn't notice it as much in Golden, but Persona 4 Arena, the amount of I had friends over when that game came out, and we were going through Yosuke's like story mode first, and it's just the amount that he said partner. My two friends had never heard of anything Persona, and they were like, "So yeah, this is your favorite character, the guy who's really obsessed with his partner." Yay!
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, like a little bit of a I like how they stay true to the Japanese, like with all the like ways like they talk to each other. But there are some things you could adapt a little better. Like I love people, but I've never like called my best friend like, "Hey, partner, want to go hang
Yeah.
out behind?"
Unless
a
you're
date?"
from the West. Hey, partner. You know?
Yeah.
Head of Woody.
There's a snake in his boot.
This is a snake.
Oh my gosh! But
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So I guess did anyone else have anything they kind of wanted to say about the anime before we spoil too much?
I think we
Spoiler
spoiled
warning?
everything.
We pretty much.
Yeah, we
Basically.
started with Nanako dying. That's pretty much the biggest spoiler.
That's it. My life is ruined.
And
Thanks,
she
guys.
stayed dead. Dun, dun.
I
Well,
actually. Oh, what?
there is one more.
Well,
As I say, there's one more big spoiler we haven't mentioned.
is it
What's
that
that?
is it that the show made me cry? I actually cried watching the show once.
Yeah,
Well, wait.
I cried when Nanako died.
Well, what about Teddy? What about
Oh.
find out who he actually was?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Teddy finds out
Oh.
that he is the prince of all Saiyans. I mean, Personas. Oh, Will, do you want to
No,
explain Teddy's
Oh, God.
revelation?
Teddy's Vegeta.
He discovered his revelation that
Whoever's directing this is a master of suspense.
Oh no!
Will, are you still there?
Still there.
You just totally
Wait,
went
what?
silent. You're like, the revelation of Teddy is...
What? What
oh.
is it?
That must have been a bit of a lag. So sorry about that. Yeah. So Teddy finds out that he's a shadow, and he's like, "But if I'm a shadow, why am I out here with you guys?" And Naruto just says, "Oh, it's because you got an ego." That's
Oh
it.
yeah, that's what reminds me of my dumbass theory, which I told everyone during Fight Club.
Oh yeah.
What was your theory again for everyone who didn't join us?
It's just a really dumb theory. How I find it a coincidence how Ryoji and Teddy's personalities are sort of alike when they're like your friends, not like the president Ryoji when he figures out that he's a god of death.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, hey, is it possible that Teddy and Ryoji could be one of the same? Because you never do see Ryoji truly die.
That would be
Yes,
the weirdest tie-in,
Yes.
but I would totally not throw that... Like, before Persona 4 Arena, I would say you're crazy, get out of here. But the way they've kind of tied these two universes together for something a lot bigger, I am not surprised at all.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, because you gotta admit, Ryoji, he seems like a pretty cool guy, and he seems pretty human. I'm just saying, it's
And
possibility.
he loves girls. And he loves
Yes.
girls.
Yes,
And
he likes,
all the
like,
girls love him.
Yes.
except for Agus.
Well, she's not a
Surprise.
real woman.
Excuse me?
She ain't got lady parts.
I can't bang metal. I've tried. Trust me.
Oh,
Alright.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, so, yeah, let's see. People have... Oh, yeah, so I guess I can... It was not when Nanako died, but does anyone want to take a guess at the part that kind of made me tear up watching the anime?
When it ended?
No, close.
When everyone's like running and then he's in the train and they're like, oh my gosh, come back and see us.
No, but oh my god, that doesn't remind me. I have
When-
the best...
I thought
Oh,
it was like Amago Sugiri when you was back absorbed and Yosuke and everyone got their waking persona.
Yes.
No, not
Yeah.
that one, but you guys have kind of
I
gotten
love
close.
this song though.
That does remind me though. Have you guys seen at the very image, the last image where it shows like him waving to his friends on the train? If you zoom in, someone really drew you poorly, and he has the creepiest smile like ever. His smile like
What?
goes up all the way to like his eye for some reason. Like
Someone
Oh,
post
that's
this later. I don't know
weird.
what you're talking about.
And that picture haunted him so badly that he started crying.
yes, basically, like, I'll use it as the episode art. But no, the part that made me cry was the whole episode when Nanako runs away and she thinks like her dad doesn't love her. Like that whole episode arc with like the song was like so fitting of like when
Also
Dojima
love
had the
the
talk
Dojima
with
song.
Nanako after she ran away. Like that just like was so perfect to me. Like it was just like it just
Clan ad moment.
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Well, it is. I'd say it was a clan that moment.
Clan ad moment.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I guess we kind of we got all the Persona talks out of our systems until spring of 2014 when we get to talk about
Yep.
Persona 3.
Hopefully. At the earliest.
Oh my
I'm sure.
gosh. But
Oh, God.
Persona 5 announcement.
yeah, or Persona 5. I guess
Oh.
does anyone have anything they want to like any last remarks about the show they want to say?
Have we talked about the dub yet?
Oh, well, I mean we kind of did. I watched the dub.
I can do.
Yeah, I watched
dub
half
versus dub.
Japanese, half dub, so.
Neto, did you watch the dub?
I watched the dub and Japanese. I just love this story so much.
All right, Nick, what about
Dub,
you?
Japanese, and game.
I watched both, and I honestly found that the dub was a lot more funnier.
Yeah, all right. And Jose, what about you?
I didn't watch the dub.
All right.
2-4.
That's
Done
all
it
right. So
forever.
I'm gonna one vote as Jose for not dub. Will, are you team dub or team sub?
I'm team dub.
All right, we got one on one. Melissa, are you team dub or sub?
Team dub.
Team dub is now 2-1. Neto, dub or sub?
Dub. Dubbed.
Ooh, that means with Nick.
Oh.
Nick, I already know your answer. Jose, get out of it. You are the weakest link. Get out
Come
of
on,
it,
guys.
Oh, don't be mean to him.
You guys are my lawyers.
I'm way too scared to see what a cosplayed lawyer would look like. It probably is actually
Oh,
Phoenix
God.
Wright.
Phoenix Wright.
Exactly.
Yes.
Objection!
Oh my gosh. But oh yeah, so team dub won. Although the sub is still extremely good. If you guys want to be poor, you can watch them all on Hulu. They're still there, right?
Yeah, they
Some
are.
of the,
I
there was some.
rewatched You go first.
Sorry. I was gonna say there were some moments in the sub that were actually pretty chuckle worthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was either that or the subtitle that I got was pretty hilarious.
Although the one sad thing though is I can only watch the sub online because I had to be the perfectionist and buy the Blu-ray. So no Blu-ray sub dub, all that dumb stuff. I really hope that Atlas Japan kind of learns their lesson, with the whole not like region locking certain parts of the games and languages. It's kind of getting dumb.
Yeah.
Although, side note, did any of you guys, if you bought the DVDs, did you listen to the commentary?
Yeah.
I did.
What do you think of it? It was pretty hilarious when I was listening to the well, not so much listening, but reading what the voice actors were saying.
Well, see, I don't know. The whole thing of a commentary just seemed like I didn't mind that I was missing it for the fact that a commentary that's in another language is just another group of subtitles you're gonna have to ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I just read them. I just luckily I read fast and I was able to read both of the subbed and dubbed in time before they switched to the next one. Because I said I will perfect this.
Okay.
You will perfect this.
Yes, I'll perfect reading the sub and the commentaries. But the funny thing is that I kept on mixing them up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's understandable.
All right.
Yeah, what they did, like for the first part, they basically said, like, if an episode focused on a certain character, they bring in the voice actor for that character, and they just jammed.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that now finally puts the cap on what is and probably will be for a very long time the longest just evoker section we've ever had. And so for next episode's evoker, I don't know. Does anyone have a suggestion for anything super tremendously awesome as an evoker idea?
Which would you rather do? Put a gun to your head or smash a card?
Okay, that's gonna be.
Are you serious?
Gun to head or card? Team EMO or Team Yu-Gi-Oh? That's gonna be the discussion for next evoker.
Oh, jeez, I like it.
All right.
I just question is which would you rather do? Because my friends I showed them Persona 3. And they said, dude, what the hell are they putting guns to their heads for? And I had to explain it the whole thing. He says, man, I'm actually surprised that no one actually killed themselves because of this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's like that article that Melissa posted of the fake news site that was like a bunch of kids in Texas all killed themselves because they got PSPs with Persona 3 Portable. It had Persona 4 and he showed up with a bunch of cards and was like, what's everyone here? Why isn't everyone here?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, one of my friend's moms, I actually thought it was like some sort of like horrible game she actually got into the mom rant thing, basically.
Oh no. There's no way to get him off the mom rant, I've tried.
And also, I actually had some pretty unholy personas in my team. So yeah. Can't really blame, that's part of the thing. And that's what actually gave me the idea to actually dub Persona series is that you can summon Lucifer with the power of friendship.
Yes.
The power of friendship.
All right. Well, I guess since we're kind of wrapping up and whatnot, we can all sort of say goodbyes and what people can look us up. Basically, pimping your stuff time. Nick, do you even have a Twitter? Do they let kids your age have Twitter in Canada?
No.
Right. So just want to give everybody your PSN again so they can add you and get your butt kicked.
Silver Tiger 2 is my PSN, but be warned, I'm more than a casual player. Let's just say that.
Awesome.
What does that mean? I'm more than a casual. Are you trying to like?
Speaking of which, since we're on PSN right now, I've been planning on doing a little thread on the Persona podcast on tips on Persona 4 Arena and on character matchups.
How about
specifics.
tip number 1? Get a fight stick.
Yes, well, a pad is always good, but fight sticks, if you wanna go swagging like you, then fight sticks all the way.
The swag stick.
I still need to get one, so
yes.
You guys have your suggestions.
So, Nick, have you
to compile them all
Have
together.
you come up with a name for what you'll be calling this just the tip section?
No, I haven't actually, which is why I'm gonna leave that
That
up to you
sounds
guys
wrong.
right now.
Just the tip. That used to be my favorite. 1up.com used to have like on their cheats website. You had a group of videos just called
Just a tip.
Just a tip.
Just
That pretty much is
God.
just one
You
episode
gotta
of
get
Black
Excuse
Dynamite.
me while I get some water.
Oh.
Spit
I'm
it
getting
out.
vapors.
Disgust.
Okay,
Yeah, that
Netto,
was-
are you on Twitter? Where can people find you?
Just to be honest, I don't use Twitter all that much. Only just read up on IGN and other goofy stuff, but
You basically
If you
use it
want
as the
to-
new Google Reader.
pretty much. But I do post some stuff every once in a while, like some goofy pictures or something which happened to me. So if you want to know what's going on within my somewhat daily life, you can follow me at Netto Mira at Twitter.
Okay,
That's it.
that is a bit hardish or weird to just spell. So if you were to like spell it really quick for all the people who are audibly challenged.
It's Netto, like my name, and Mira, Mira.
All right, perfect. And Jose,
Everyone says that sounds weird because it sounds really Japanese-ish, even though I am Native American.
Native Americans can't sound Indian. Dang it! All right, Jose, what about
It's in
you?
Japanese,
Where
dude.
can people find you?
I'm mostly just on Facebook most of the time, and then my PSN, which is just Burfendurfer altogether.
Now that one I
Really?
know you have to spell.
Wait,
because that is
what?
Not,
You have to spell that out.
yeah, that's not
Oh
something.
snap! I forgot to give out my PSN.
Do we even have you on PSN?
Yes, we do.
Is it?
Yeah, I played once, but after that I didn't have any more
Okay. Well,
days that I could.
if you want to like spell it out in the chat, that'd be good.
Yeah.
And you can spell it out to everybody.
Yeah,
It's
I just forgot to say, and I'm Netto44. Yeah.
Okay.
Go back to your
You want me
reservation.
to
Let
spell it
Jose
out?
talk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jose.
It's SPERFENDERFER.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, and Will, I know you're Mr. Popular Australian guy. What do you got going on? Where can people find you in your activities?
You can find me on Twitter at Barnes290, and as for finding what I'm going to be doing, not much. I'm just sitting here filling out taxes, so it's okay.
No podcast to promote.
Yeah,
Not
come
yet.
on.
Nah,
Yes, you
not yet.
do. Yes, you do.
Okay, fine. I started my own little podcast, the Game of Dawn podcast, but it's kind of in a bit of a slump at the moment. I'm trying to get some more episodes recorded. But I recently did one with Mel and a friend Jesky, where we talked about. Well, well, Francesca, but her screen name's Chesky, so.
Yes.
Yeah, so we talked about PAX and how we've been doing and all that. Where I'm breaking down at 7 in the morning and all that good
And
stuff.
they got me to buy Mass Effect.
We did.
So if you guys want to know what PAX was like from people who didn't go to PAX, listen to this podcast.
One of them did go to PAX.
Of-
She did.
Okay, good. I liked you guys were. I thought you guys were pitching a podcast that was people who didn't go to PAX talking about PAX. That sounded like the funniest thing I'd ever heard.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Okay, well, Melissa, what about you? Where can people find you and your stuff?
Okay, you can find me on Twitter. My Twitter username is Fatal Flare. And you can also find me on my blog, Anime Pantry, on WordPress. And I just came out with the very first episode for my new podcast series. And I posted it on the Facebook page for the podcast, but you guys should check it out. We talk about Legend of Zelda.
And somebody who
Yeah.
joined you on that?
Who joined? Oh, the person who joined me on that was Bayhan from Gaming Union. He is a super moderator.
He's also Australian, so check that out.
He's also Australian.
Actually,
So check it
I
out.
do have a Twitter, surprisingly, now that I just checked.
It's like, what is this?
Wow.
What is this? I never knew this.
What is this?
But I guess you guys can follow me at Nick the Asian Kid, no spaces, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Nick the Asian kid. That sounds
Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm gonna
That's all I
I'm
got.
gonna have to make that like my new favorite Twitter name for like the next week.
That sounds
Oh,
like something
geez.
Spencer would come up with.
Hey, I'm not that racist.
Oh,
find it
really?
hilarious. I just find it hilarious just saying, "Oh, look, I turns out I actually do have a Twitter." Like someone actually stole his identity and made a Twitter for him.
It's like, George, just
You
say
have
this
no
Asian kid.
tweets. Good job.
Yeah.
Just like when I found out there was an actual person on Twitter called Varnus. So I
It's
don't
like,
know.
who are you? Why are you
Yeah.
here?
Stole my identity.
Well, I actually found out that it was me with a different, set of login info. So yeah, so
You stole your
It
own
was weird.
identity,
All right, and now
I
time,
stole my own identity.
just like that one
a
episode of SpongeBob.
speed round of all the crap Spencer does, because he does too much. You can follow me at Torchwood4SP, and you can also check out all of the writings I do with GamingUnion.net, as well as
Me too.
Yes, Melissa writes stuff there too. You can also check out all their sister sites, Final Fantasy Union, Kingdom Hearts Union, and TalesUnion.com. Also on
.net.
Final Fantasy Union, and just subscribe to their other podcast network called Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts Union. They do stuff. And talking about podcast, I actually just started a new one, which is not the reason this one is late. This one's late because I wanted to have community people on it like Netto, Jose, and Nick. So thanks again for being on this, even though I know it was a total clusterfuck getting you guys here. I think it worked out all in the end.
Yep.
Yeah, it's no problem with me, dude.
Okay,
Except I got fired.
it all worked out. Like, not like anyone lost their job or anything. Okay, well, yeah. So my other podcast I do is it's a community podcast for gaming union. It's just called @GU. We only have one episode up at the moment. I've posted about it before. It's going to be a weekly gaming show where we just talk about what we've been playing, news that's been going on, and nothing about Final Fantasy, Tales, Kingdom Hearts, or Persona, because there's enough of that out there anyways.
Yeah, but there's not even a Tales Union podcast.
Well,
so
that'll be coming out.
What do we have to use? Soon.
Teaser for, like, the two Tales. If anyone here listens to Persona podcast and Tales news, I don't know, where are you? Who are you people? But
You're mean.
Actually, I did only play one Tales game, and that was by purely accident.
he was like, wait, this isn't Ocarina of Time. What is this?
No, it's because
all right.
my friend found a random disc. It was so scratched up in the front that no one could tell what game it was, but the back was perfectly good, so I just popped it into my GameCube, and it says, "Oh, look, a Tales of Symphonia. What the fuck is this?"
Oh my god!
I love actually when I say stuff like that, because when stuff like when stuff like that happens, and I'll be like, no one plays X game. Like I mentioned that on one Final Fantasy Union. Somebody said something once recently. It was probably like Last Remnant or something, and it was like, hey, I like that. And it was like. It's like when Will plays The Last Remnant and says it's not garbage.
Yeah, but everyone told me that the Tales games are just really strange in general, but I actually liked it.
They're not strange in general. They're awesome.
I just only played one, and it was like some dude called Lloyd with double sword style thing.
Dude, best game.
Okay, so
yeah, but
you can check.
But that's why actually
you can check all that stuff out later, because we know nothing about Tales, and I think I'll be okay not knowing anything about Tales. But maybe one of these days I'll play one.
You will.
All right, but thanks everybody for listening, and our outro music this week is actually picked by, I'm gonna have to get this right for reals, is Sam Estevans. Estevans. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
She was actually supposed to join us today, but scheduling and all that couldn't happen, so I gave her...
We miss you.
Yeah, Sam. We all miss you, and unfortunately she could not join us, but she's picking our outro music, and the outro music this week's going to be Battle Dual Mix by Persona 2. Not by Persona 2. That's not the artist name, that's just the game it's from. So, You'll be listening to that goodness right now, and yeah, I guess we can all say goodbye and get on with our lives and start begging for our jobs back. So, thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, don't do that. Alrighty.
I have to.
Yeah, well, yeah, Will has to.
Of course.
Will and Nick start talking about what it's like to beg for a job.
I recently got hours again, but crappy ones. Yay.
Okay, so thanks again.
Yeah,
for listening. New episodes hopefully will be more frequent and Lauren filled, because she is the only one of us who has a real life. That's what happens when you get married.
Alright.
Alright, so see everybody. So you guys can just say bye. This is the only...
Bye.
Later, guys.
See ya.
See you later, guys.
Skeletor is going to open and end the show. Screw the rules! I have money!
Hang on, so wait, are we done
Alright.
recording?
Well, I mean, I hope so. Nick, you were recording yourself the whole time, right?
What?
What? You gotta do this all over again now!
You messed up.
Damn it.
So yeah, that was
well.
I'm done.
fun.
No,
eh?
I'm done.
No, don't go. Yeah.
Done.
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 Nope. Can't do this. Nope.
Hey,
Uh,
Jose.
What?
Are we gonna have an awesome time at Anime Central without these people?
Oh, totally. I
Yeah.
have so much for it. I got my badge today.
Oh, you did? I didn't get mine in the mail yet. I'm just gonna get it in mine, but yeah.
I'll let you guys know.
People have a
I'll
video.
let you guys know. You guys can tell me what Asen's like. I'll let you know what it's like playing the PS4 early. We'll see who won that convention.
Ooh,
Whatever.
the fight is
Already.
on.
Like
All I
What?
actually go to is Otakon, and that's basically it. And I just cosplay random stuff.
Mhm.
I'm a
I
garbage sack.
No, but once I was just a cardboard box.
actually, Yosuke did cosplay as a garbage can
Exactly.
one
That's
time,
why
if I
it's
remember.
random a cosplay.
Ugh.
How are
That's
you
what
going
reminds
to
me
be
of-
playing the PS4 early?
I'm not sure about you, but that just reminds me of Haru from Hitman Reborn.
Oh,
Yes.
geez.
By the way, this episode is totally going to be called "I Love You." No homo.